All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. The Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A, and we are doing an early morning breakdown prediction. It is 5:18 Saturday morning. Getting ready to take my ass to work, but I was realizing there's a lot of fights I have not covered, and one I find interesting is the Jermall Charlo and Korobov matchup. The Charlo brothers, we got Harrison and Charlo. I think that just all boils down to the stamina of Harrison. I'm thinking he's going to outbox Charlo and then just run out of gas in the end like he always does. Now, this fight between the heavier Charlo, Jermall, this is interesting, man, because everyone's saying oh, this is a better fight. It's a better fight between Charlo and Kobrov. It's a better fight. It's a better fight. Is it really? Is this really a better fight for Jermall Charlo? I feel sorry for Jermall Charlo because the dude cannot catch a break. Jermall Charlo, to me, this is how I rate Jermall Charlo. He is like Errol Spence maybe a couple years ago. Everyone was saying Errol Spence was the man. And he hasn't really, and he didn't beat anybody. He didn't prove shit. It just, he had Mayweather's backing, and he looked to be the eye test. And right now, I still feel that's where not only both of the Charlos are, but mainly Jermall Charlo. Because it goes to the point, how can I say this? Every fighter has two parts of their careers. Or you can say three. It's the first part where they just, their resume is like shit. They're building themselves. And then they get to the point where they get that championship bout. Then, and then the third part in their career is when they do become a champion, how do they handle that? So the first part of Jermall's career was just like anyone's. He didn't have shit, all the way up until like March 28th, 2015. He really didn't have shit. You're looking at his resume, you might know some people. I know Norberto Gonzalez, 20-5. He's not a world beater. I only know him because through the show, of the Double RT Boxing Show. I made this show about a year and a half ago. I just recognize his name. He's that name that is on people's resume. Now, also in 2015, Jermall became champion. He beat Cornelius Bundridge, who was an old man. So, he didn't do anything that we didn't expect him to do in that fight. He beat the shit out of Bundridge. No one was picking him to lose that fight. So him winning the championship was something he should have done. And in his first defense, he fought number 14, Winky Campfort. Then after that, he fought Austin Trout. And that was a good win for him. But it came at some questionable. People were like, hey, Austin Trout might have won that fight, or he gave Jermall Charlo problems, blah, blah, blah. So even though it was a good win on his resume, his best win on his resume, better win than the championship resume, it still didn't get his answers, still didn't get the people on his side for saying he's legitimately the goods. And then the one time he was officially challenged and questioned was against J-Rock. And he whipped the shit out of J-Rock. But J-Rock was coming to fight. But the time that I consider that the time Jermall was really questioned. And his talent came to it rose. So then he goes up. So when he's hot, he's really hot right now. He, like I said, he beat Bundridge. He beat number 14 Camphor. Then, okay, whatever. Then he's fighting Trout, getting momentum. He beats J-Rock, gets momentum. Now he goes up to 160. Not his fault Highland has been camping out, hiding at number 1 for so long with fucked up legs. But he beats him. He gets shitted on because the opponent sucks. He beats the next opponent at 160. Hugo Centennial Jr., a 154 pounder. He gets sparked out. No credit, but he gets that interim title. And now he's fighting Korobov, who's supposed to be Willie Monroe. You know, Willie Monroe was ranked number 5 by the WBC. In the last year, you know, he has fought and from 2016, well, you could say 2015, he's fought Brian Vera, Golovkin, Thompson, Rosado, Saunders, Gavin, and Massell. Now, the reason why I bring those up, yeah, he lost 2 out of those 6. You know, he lost 2 fights. 2 out of 7 he lost. Now, the reason I bring that up is, again, he's been active. 2 fights in 18, 1 Billy Joe Saunders in 17, 2 fights in 16, and 2 fights in 15, one of them against Golovkin. And the reason I bring that up again, and he's ranked number 5, his replacement, Korobov, he has had 4 fights in 4 years. 30 rounds, folks. 30 rounds in 4 years. You know, he didn't fight at all in 2017. He didn't fight at all in 2015. So one fight in 18, a 6-rounder, who he didn't look sharp in. In 2016, he had 3 step-up fights, 8-rounders. Took the whole year off of 2015. And 2014, he got knocked out by Andy Lee. You guys remember, Korobov was being pumped up as another European guy to fight Golovkin. You know, HBO wanted 2 white European. That's when, you know, HBO was really pumping and investing their money into the new white European phase. So they're hoping that Golovkin was having this push, and they're hoping to get Korobov to get a nice push, and they have a nice white European championship fight. Andy Lee shitted on that. Andy Lee knocked out Korobov, sent him in some type of depression in 2015. He missed the whole year. Came back in 2016. 3 touch-up fights. Takes off 2017. I didn't see no injuries for him. You know, it just weird career look. And then he comes back. He was on the undercard of this fight. So remember, that's how he's a replacement. He was already on the undercard. And who was he supposed to fight on that undercard, you ask? Now remember, 3 fights in 2016, all 8-rounders. 1 fight in 2018 because he took 2017 off. He was supposed to fight Juan Del Angel. And you're asking, who the hell is that Juan Del Angel? Do you guys remember a couple years ago, before Austin Trout fought Jared Hurd, he fought an 8-rounder on PBC and he didn't look too hot in? That's Juan Del Angel. Juan Del Angel, he fought Caleb Plant, he fought Austin Trout, he fought Herberto Ramirez. Just a nice name people fight on the come up. That's who Korobov was fighting. So people they were shitting on Wilder for fighting Fury. Oh, Fury ain't ready for that. He has these touch-up fights. And what the fuck is Korobov doing? He had 4 fights in 4 years. You know, he had a 8-round fight this year, and he was coming to have a second warm-up fight. But people are saying this is a better fight for Jermall Charlo. I don't think so. I think Willie Monroe would have been a lot better fighter. A lot better fight, I should say. I think Willie Monroe, even though he's losing, no one's knocking Willie out. You know, he knows how to survive. He knows how to stink up a joint. Korobov is going to be right there in front of Jermall. He's going to be right there to punch. He's very robotic. He's a easiest way to describe him. He's very Adonis Stevenson like. He flicks out a weak right jab, and he's left hand dominant. Whether it's a straight down the middle or like a bolo uppercut to a counter and bolo uppercut to the midsection. That's all he is. He's gonna flick out a right jab and just throw a hard left right in front of Jermall. He ain't gonna be doing no footwork trying to survive. He has a lot of feints. I give him that. He feints a lot. But if people were honestly gonna sit there and say Deontay Wilder's shit for taking on Tyson Fury is not ready. He can't do this. He can't do this. What the fuck how can you say this is a better fight for Jermall Charlo? The dude has fought 6 rounds in 2 years. 2017, nothing. 2018, 1 fight for 6 rounds. And now he's fighting who we say is the baddest motherfucker at 160. But yet, this is a better fight? Come on, people. Willie Monroe was active. This dude has fought 6 rounds in 2 years. And he's supposed to fight the man we think is the beast at 160. I got Jermall Charlo knocking this fool out in like 6-7 rounds or less. It's gonna be bad. All that fainting is gonna be looking good for first 2 rounds. I say fourth round knockout, maybe 5th. I'd say Jermall is gonna be pissed off with something to prove. He's gonna knock this dude out. You know, Korobov just never panned out to what people thought he was gonna be. You know, his style never developed into anything more. You never saw anything. You never saw the next level. You just saw the same side to side, back and forth, feinting footwork, pumping out the weak right jab, and like I said, straight left, bolo uppercut, left to the body. Nothing ever developed to the next level. 6 rounds in 2 years against Jermall Charlo. I'm saying Jermall Charlo. Now, see, again, the pressure is on Charlo for no fucking reason. It's not his fault. It sucks. I feel so sorry for Jermall Charlo. Like I said, I think he's the goods, just like I thought Errol Spence was the goods. He just needs that moment to really make himself happy. He believes he knows what he has, but he hears all this talking. He fought Highland, a piece of shit fighter. It wasn't his fault. That's what he had to fight. But what he do? He whooped his ass. No one's giving him credit for it. Centennial Jr. wasn't his fault. What did he do? Whoop his ass. He's doing what he's supposed to do against these fighters. And I got him. Again, Willie Monroe was ranked number 5. At least that would have been a ranked fighter. This fill-in, I get it, it's a fill-in fight, whatever. You can say you can bail your excuse out on that. But Korobov, 6 rounds in 2018. Not a ranked fighter. He never developed past to what his people thought his potential was going to be. The last hurrah, he's going to be standing right in front of Jermall Charlo. Maybe he could show up like Tyson Fury did. But let's be honest, Tyson Fury and Matvey Korobov is 2 different fighters. I don't expect that type of show out. 5th round knockout, Jermall.